Hello, hello. Um, it has come to our knowledge how this very dangerous sect of Yoruba people, I call them the gangsters of Lagos. This group was established by Chief Obafemi Awolowo. It has been passed down to our current president, President Bola Tinubu. Now, this group are the ones that are dividing this country with their dangerous weapon, their tongue. We are all here in around 2010 in President Tinubu's bid to be president at all costs. It doesn't matter what it takes. Now, let me tell you, the killing in Nigeria means nothing to him because he is the king in this game. It means nothing to him so long as he remains president. That's all that is interests him. Now, when did we start hearing this Boko Haram and all the rest of it? That group was established for jihad. Now, this jihad had been with us since Islam entered Nigeria, and they have been looking for a way, to Islamize the rest of Nigerians that are dominated by Christians. And unfortunately, Southeast, South happen to be 99% Christians. So that's just the problem. Now, what many people did not know is that 1966 genocide was actually jihad oriented. It was meant to continue to jihad. Even the war was also meant to a continuation of the jihad because they thought they are going to wipe people. So in fact, they saw it as a ticket, to come in and finish the Igbos, but they did not expect the resistance they met on ground. Now, take a Asaba massacre, for instance, where over 1,000 armless young men were massacred when they actually came to surrender and welcome them, and they were killed and buried. That very genocide is still buried today in this country. Now, the Boko Haram, our former President Buhari, was bent on Islamizing Nigeria, and he got a partner from Southwest, just like Gowon got a partner from Southwest in the person of Obafemi Awolowo. Remember, that coup was actually carried out to free Awolowo. The moment the coup failed, the gangsters, whose weapon is the tongue, carried their propaganda, turned it on peaceful, innocent Igbo men and women that were going about their business. It was termed Igbo coup. It may interest you that since 1966, we've had over 5 coups. None have been termed Southwest coup, Yoruba coup, Hausa coup, Middle Belt coup. Even the bloodiest coup that killed our former president, Murtala Mohammed, was actually, I thought they would have termed it Middle Belt coup, because that coup was actually carried to avenge the removal of Gowon. Nobody termed it Middle Belt. We begin to hear Dimka and the rest of. Nobody knew where these people came from. Now, how on earth was 1966 coup an Igbo coup? Okay, and if you look at during the war, the South were just like they're enjoying now. Nothing is happening. Nobody is killing them. They're enjoying. They were protected. If you move from Lagos to Ogun State, you won't see any single policeman, not to talk of no military checkpoint. From Lagos, I think from Lagos State to Ondo, I think you start seeing military from Edo State. You won't see any military checkpoint. Are they saying Southwest has always been known to be very violent in nature, given the igbos in Lagos, the cults in Lagos, the cult in Ogun State? But they did not deem it fit to send militaries. Only in the Southeast, Saudi has maintained even from world ranking, the most peaceful region in the country, all of a sudden become a war zone. It was actually well planned. Our governors were deceived, cajoled into allowing the military into our domain. Go and check. From 1999 till when the civilian rule came on board till 2021, there's nothing like Southeast being having security issues. You can see minor kidnapping like any other place, stealing like any other place. This is all you can see. We were relatively enjoying peace. Even with the sit at home, there was nothing like, nobody would say anybody is enforcing. Because the governors have lost relevance, they invited the militaries. And then when they invited the militaries, the federal government now contracted the jihadists. This is in the public domain. Asari has come to boast to the federal government upon all we did for you with trailer load of bones and skulls. He actually boasted. It's in the public domain. He actually boasted. Now, if this were to happen in Southwest, Nigerian media space would have busted, would have gone agog. It was silenced. I didn't see any mainstream media carry it. They actually contracted a jihadist, broke a jail in Imo State, where they hand over those criminals to Asari and they pour them in the southeast. Now, let me tell you, the outfit Asari used to operate in the southeast, the Yorubaganstars. Now, go and investigate all the areas you have this Yorubaganstars where we have most of these killings. The areas that did not welcome the Yorubaganstars, there was no single killing. And now, the outcry, the bloodshed, because it was not happening to our brothers in the southwest. We did now relate it to 1966 coup and killing. Nobody has ever shown sympathy to over 30,000 innocent men and women, young men, young women that were killed innocent. Our Yoruba brothers still have the mouth to also refer to 1966. None of them has ever referred to the killing of the Southeast. What you hear them say is the killing of Saldana, of Sokoto, all those people. But 30,000 Igbo men remain silent. You will see someone like Dr. Ruben Abad. I don't even know how he got that doctor, because that man behaves like a madman. He speaks like a madman. He talks like a madman. I don't know who gave him that space to be talking. That man is actually inciting Nigerians against one another. You will always see him make references that the North have not healed. Who is to heal here? Is it the North or the Southeast? Now, Dr. Ruben, but let me ask you, what happened to the 30,000 innocent Igbos that were killed? Not just Igbos, from Edo State. How come now Yoruba was killed? Are we not Southerners? Are Yorubas not Southerners? Why wasn't they killed in 1966? Every time you flaunt, the North have not forgiven the Igbos. For what? What have the Igbos done that any other tribe have not done? The Yorubas have planned coup, led by Oladipo Dia, the Middle Belts, Dimka, Oka. Name all the coups. Who is forgiving them?